meeting to order. Read tonight's agenda. This is a Select Board Water Commissioner meeting for December 12th of 2022. Under new business, we need to add an errors and omission certificate. Sign People's Trust line of credit for 2023. Need to sign warrants. Approve November 28th meeting minutes. We need to discuss the emergency culvert project on Shellville Road. And we need to discuss the town truck. Is there anything else we need to add to this?
I don't have anything else.
Nope. That's all we got, don't you? Okay. So we'll jump right on it here. This is errors and omission certificate. The Board of Listers of the Town of Sheldon are hereby supplying the following changes to the June 17, 2022 grand list. Specifically, St. Pierre Real Estate Holdings at 4381 East Sheldon Road, span number 585-184-1124. The real estate value change from $1,679,500 to $1,681,100. So it's a difference of $1,600. Valued at, it was valued at 501.8 acres, should be and is now 503.8 acres. So they requested this dated December 12, 2022. So all we gotta do is make a motion to accept this and sign it off.
I'll make a motion to accept it.
Okay, any second on that?
Second.
Alright, all in favor of this?
Aye.
Opposed? Alright, we'll just sign that certificate then. Select board side there. That'll be good. People's Trust. This is the commercial promissory note.
This is what we do every year.
This is the one we do every year, right? It has to be renewed yearly. Original principal loan amount is $300,000. With right now the balance is zero, so interest rate is fixed at 1.95. Maturity date will be 12/13 of 2023. We need a motion for this, or we just sign that? 'Cause that's, we might as well jump right in and sign this warrants. We'll get that done.
This has Stephen Day on it. This has Stephen Day on it. You may not bend that.
I think we just all have to sign it.
They didn't put Joe's name on it.
Sorry.
Put Joe's name on
I
it.
can just sign it.
Okay. Minutes from the previous meeting, we'll get those done. Select Board Water Commissioner meeting from November 28th of 2022. It was held here at the town office at 7:30. Present was Stephen Dodd, David Blubit, Nick Norris, Seth Hungerford, Kim Dufresne, Raymond Bushy, Rick Piasny, Peter Murphy, Bethany Reimers, Vern Colburn, Vern Boomover, Morgan Daybell, and Mike Johnston. At 7:30, I opened the meeting and read the agenda, added the executive session to discuss highway applications. Bethany Reimers from the Northwest Regional Planning and the Select Board discussed safety concerns on Route 105. The state will be conducting a safety audit review from Route 104 to Enosburg. She invited the Select Board, road foreman, and emergency personnel to attend this meeting. Bethany discussed the Bouchard Road Bridge that was included in the Vermont Post 1945 Concrete Steel Bridges Program. The board asked if the funding for this bridge could be used on other bridges in town, and she's working with V-Trans to see if that could be a possibility. Vern Boomover and Morgan Daybell from Northern Mountain Valley Union School District asked if the road could be moved to accommodate more parking and a better flow of traffic, and to decrease the traffic overflow onto 105 during pickup and drop-off times and school events. Bethany said this area should be brought up when V-Trans does the safety audit. The board discussed with Bethany excessive speed on Main Street. She let the board know that the state of Vermont in 2023 will offer a grant to purchase speed signs. These will alert drivers as to the speed they are traveling. Mike Johnston, zoning administrator, reported a complaint of a junk violation. Mike investigated and found no violation. Rick and Raymond presented the board with a 2023 budget for the fire department and discussed when the building was paid off to increase the equipment line by that amount for future truck purchase. We signed warrants 2246 and 2247. Signed St. Albans Police Department dispatching contract for the fire department and care. I read the meeting minutes from November 14th. David motioned to accept as read, seconded by Nick, and all in favor. I spoke with Seth Patel. The guardrails were being installed on Church Road, Main Street, Sheldon Heights, and Cook Road. The 2021 truck, bed chain was being worked on. The 215 utility truck, lights were not working, installing new wiring harness. At 9:30, Nick motioned to go into executive session, seconded by David, and all in favor. 10 o'clock, we exited executive session. We reviewed some highway applications. And then after that, Nick motioned to adjourn, seconded by Seth, and all in favor, and the meeting adjourned. Take the motion to accept these minutes as read.
Make a motion.
Second on that.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So the culvert on Sheldon Road, there was some discussion about it last meeting. It was, the state deemed it not good, and we had a conference call, Kim and I, with a couple people from the state, and V-Trans is willing to help us out because it's an emergency repair. They were gonna help us out with getting the permits in place, and they had a culvert that we could borrow, per se, I guess, use. And so they had a grant going. She's supposed to call you tomorrow, she said. That Jackie, I don't even remember her last name, but She called me this afternoon and, anyway, so that's all dug up, the road's closed, culvert's supposed to be coming tomorrow. Hopefully it's back together before the big snowstorm on the weekend.
Did they say how many other surprises culverts that we own around town?
No, the trouble was this one is all backed up.
No, I know, but I'm just curious if there's any other spots like that, like all of a sudden,
That
by the way,
that
you
we
own this one
Yeah.
that we didn't
I had
know
that
about?
discussion with him, I don't understand how we ended up with that, because, and I talked to Hubert about it, and the railroad was put in before that road, and, the state says that when they were doing their checking all their crossings and culverts on that Memorial Trail, that they have a right away to a cattle crossing there, and then all of a sudden it gets to that one and it stops. And they said at one point, the town took that over but I don't know. I'm gonna have some more discussions with them on this, because I can't understand how they would let a town be in charge of a culvert that goes over their rail trail goes over like that. And she said it just when they were looking at paperwork, they couldn't find anything, so not to say they can't get them to take it back over eventually, or once it's fixed, I guess we'll be all right, but we tried to go, well, Todd went down, I called Todd, and he went down and looked at it. In the meantime, Hubert told about how they unplugged it years ago with a big stick on the end of the backhoe. So when Todd went down to look at it, there was two guys from the state there checking things out, and he said he wanted to poke around, so they got him a telephone pole, I guess, and he poked it out, and he got most of the water to drain out, but then it backed up again, right? It started backing up again, and it's because some of the rocks in there have fallen in, I guess, so they didn't dare to leave it. I was hoping that when he poked it out and he said it drained, that they were gonna let us leave it till spring and do it, but they're worried about the water backing up and flooding 78, and so they had already started the emergency proceedings for that, for the grant and everything, and they were able to get people down there to do the permitting for it and stuff, so that's where we're at. It's almost half done now. It started, I guess. It's in the process, and we'll get that out of the way, and then we're gonna have more discussions with them, how we ended up with that.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, no, that's where we're at with that. There's another, what is it?
The email chain that was.
Greetings all, apologies for the delay in notice on this, but the official press release was just released. Congratulations, we're pleased to let you know that your Lemoyle Valley Rail Trail Community Grant application for the Sheldon Grist Park Trailhead Scope and Feasibility Study has been awarded, awarded full funding, requested $36,000. Out with the next steps later this week. That's for down here at Grist Park. And that's good. We'll get that.
What is that to cover again? Is that the
Basketball court.
is the basketball court?
It's a feasibility and study for the,
Scoping feasibility for parking and amenities at Grist Park.
Oh,
For the parking.
just the parking?
and bathroom.
roof on the historical
We
center?
talked about
No,
putting
on
a
the
little
gazebo.
building there or something for a bathroom.
Over the
One that
court,
Brian
right?
mentioned, yeah, on that there, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Huh?
have to be light, but
Yeah.
So that's that. I think we need to come up with a decision on what we're doing for truck here. Go ahead with this truck, or if we're gonna wait, or...
was it also, Tyler, Billings in there,
Okay, that's the
Heald Road.
Hill Road.
He sent stuff, I guess he's having a bid meeting.
You see, plans and bid documents for the Hill Road improvements. A mandatory pre-bid meeting is on December 20th at the project site at 9 a.m. So does he get the word out to contractors? Does he have a list of local contractors that
He has a little
are
list.
interested, or?
I'm not sure if they're interested.
Packet has advisement to bid, instructions to bidders, the bid form, bid bond, construction agreement, measurement and payment terms, performance bond, payment bond, substantial completion, technical specs, permits, drawings. What do they require for bonds on these things? Anybody bidding on has to pay $100 for bid fees, for documents.
I can feel it. Trying to figure out what I was like crunching some numbers there.
Easy stuff. last meeting. Well, just that we were fine with them going ahead with moving the road, or planning their parking lot, and we would move the road.
Who's getting the engineer, us or them?
Well, I think we'd have to get an engineer for the road, but we wanted to see if they would have someone look at, to make sure they had enough parking space, you know, whether if we gave them all that upper part, like the guardrails, or give away our right of way up there and move it down below.
And not make a road cut.
And not make a road, you know, if there's some way of doing that feasibly. And I guess you could even, I don't know how far off 105 you need to get before you could start turning it around if they needed to move the parking lot down that way too.
Was that part of the V-Trans thing, that regional, that said that on that day that we meet with them, they'll go up to
That
schools,
would be
that's there?
something they could help us look at because it does intersect with 105 there, traffic backs up on 105, so.
I mentioned to Steve, the other, if you guys check your email, they sent us a calendar invite basically. They moved it, the V-Trans meeting to second or third week of January. And they asked you your preferred dates.
Yeah.
I've checked your email, it's actually from Region, and there's a link in it to this calendar thing called Doodle, I think.
Doodle, yeah, Doodle is.
Did you email? I can forward it to you. If you did not.
Can you say this one?
Stand by. It was sent on 7th. Bethany.
Oh yeah, on the truck business, what are you guys thinking? Kim says right now, in the equipment fund, there is a negative. And that will get funded again next fall, or after the first of the year.
No, December, we will put 100,000, then it'll be back to positive, because we'll only have one truck payment.
Okay.
Yeah, because when we went, the truck and we still had the truck in the backhoe, truck in the what? We had two payments at one time, right?
Truck in the backhoe.
Truck in the backhoe. What would you think, or what?
I was gonna say, after the last meeting, I thought it made sense to start planning for the replacement, was it for the 2015? And they said they'd be fine with a 350, and you just put the blade on it, and that was, those things,
Sound like-
our road foreman.
Kinda like Seth said, it was too much truck.
Basically, you could get done what you need to get done with 350. And then we're coming up on the, so the 6 years? On the, yeah. On the 2015, so maybe we should start thinking about that.
Yeah, David mentioned looking at that single axle too, but I don't know, Seth seems to think that's still in pretty good shape. I looked at it when I was over there last week. It looks in good shape. It doesn't get a lot of use, I mean, you know, as much as the other ones, because they don't haul sand. Because he said it's kind of foolish to go out, you know, it's got the same, almost same size motor. He said it's kind of foolish to go out and get a smaller load of sand or gravel when you can do it with the tandems. They put the chloride tank in the back of it for the summer, and then it's got a root in the winter, but he didn't seem to think that was in bad shape. two on that one. Get them get a utility truck in there and whatever. I don't know. My thoughts are that one's a little too big for what we really need, but if you guys think we need it, then that's what you guys were thinking on it. We had a week stew on it here, a couple weeks here, so.
If Seth doesn't feel that he needs that big a one because he's not doing roads and he's just doing intersections and whatnot, and he doesn't need a 10-foot plow, then
Yeah.
a 350 or a 3500 would make more sense. You know, if he's only gonna put a 9-foot plow on it, then yeah.
Yeah.
So should we send out invitation to bids for a 1-ton dump?
Yeah, I think that would make more sense.
Now, Seth mentioned something about a quad cab. Is that something I mean, that's just gonna make it longer, it's gonna make it harder, it's gonna make, the turning radius is gonna be more, it's gonna be,
Yeah,
or do we stay with a single cab? Or do we go extended with the bench in the back, or, because if you go to a quad, it makes it, the turning radius is not as forgiving.
yeah. You know, you get a quad cab and it's like running a single axle, it's the same thing, by the time you get that big. I don't know, I think if you get just a regular cab and with a bench seat, and if they
Yep.
have to go out with 3 guys, they've got room to go out with 3 guys.
Yeah.
That's my thought on it. You know, 'cause you look at those 4-door trucks that the state runs there, and I'm sure they're handy for some things.
Yeah.
But like you said, with plowing here,
Yeah, 'cause we have one,
it's not as handy in the parking lots and stuff.
yeah, the school has one for the forestry program, it's a quad cab, 1-ton. It's nice because you can actually put more, but that's what I was just wanting to ask, so that way you're,
Yeah.
Joe, what do you think?
I would agree with it, you know, like I said, if Seth thought the other one was too big, then I would. He's gonna be the one using it or whatever else, so. I would say, yeah, put out, some feelers, you're gonna have to order one, you said you wouldn't get it till what, 2015?
25?
25, I mean?
Or yeah, 25, yeah.
No, that, it's probably a year out.
A year out.
If it can be at all, so. Stainless steel box or steel box?
You know,
I have a preference on that, so you guys gotta ask.
Okay. Talk to Seth.
I'm gonna say, trust in the foreman when it comes to that,
Okay.
trust the foreman and what he thinks is best for the,
Good.
Yeah, I mean, that 15 is still looks decent, you know, it's not all rotted out. So that's a steel, but, you know, maybe it would be better with a stainless steel.
So yeah, what's the difference in price, you know?
On that 550, it was like $7,000 between, like, just over 7,
Yeah.
I think, between the stainless and the steel.
Yeah.
So it wasn't terrible.
No, it wasn't terrible, and it might be worth it in the long run. You probably get more for it when you go to trade or sell, you know, because that box, or either that, or you take that box off, put it on another, you know, if it's still that good shape. I mean, you could talk about doing that with that one, but that one doesn't have the right equipment for what we want.
No, exactly.
We need to get
The,
to where we're going here with the right dump and the right sander and another option is just get a regular dump box and slide a sander in the back.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't like those, but a lot of people use them. You get those poly sanders. And the only thing that is tough for that is they could be one day out sanding the roads or sanding the parking lots, and the next day they're going to get some cold patch because there's a big pothole. And then you gotta slide that thing out, but then you might need it another 3-4 days, and you slide it back in where you just dump sand out of the back and sweep it out and go down and get your cold patch, or you go call
I
brush
think a
or
dump, I think a
whatever.
dump is better.
Yeah. But as far as a big plow, I don't think they need a 10-foot plow or anything, because for what we do for parking lots and stuff, we can get by with a smaller one. Just the thought of what made me really get thinking about it is, going to run for parts or whatever. It's a little overkill to be driving down to Clark's to pick up a part of this big, but if you don't have anything else, you don't want them using the personal vehicles. You gotta use the town vehicle. Then it gets to the point, you have a pickup for running around and then, a bigger truck. But then, the bigger truck, like he said, isn't as handy to throw stuff in the back because it sits higher, or to go out and do cold patching with it. And so I think we should put out some bids and see what we can get back on a truck. Just keep us updated on that other 2015, that single axle, and make sure everything's going all right. Anything else we need to discuss?
Yeah, can we go to an executive session real quick for a personnel question and then adjourn from there?
We can. We didn't put that on the agenda, but we can right now, I guess. All right, I'll take a motion to do that then.
Make a motion to go into executive session and adjourn at the end.
I'll second that.
All right, I have a motion and a second, and we will go into executive and then adjourn after we exit executive session.